Did you know that in Japan, there is a specific group of people who are 3 times more likely to reach the age of 100 than the average American? And here is the shocking part. They don't spend hours in the gym. They don't run marathons. And they certainly don't subscribe to the Western philosophy of no pain, no gain. In the West, we have been sold a lie. We spend billions of dollars every year on gym memberships, expensive equipment, and pain relievers. We treat aging like a battle to be fought with force. And what is the result? We are stiffer, sorer, and more tired than ever before. We wake up feeling like our joints are rusted shut. We fear that inevitable moment when we can no longer tie our own shoes or reach the top shelf. Western medicine tells you this is normal. They tell you that stiffness is just the price of admission for getting older. But researchers from Kyoto University and longevity experts studying the blue zones, those pockets of the world where people live the longest, have discovered something else. They found that the secret to youthful mobility isn't about building massive muscles. It isn't about sweating for an hour on a treadmill. It is about a daily ritual, a specific set of movements that has been broadcast on Japanese radio every single morning since 1928. It's called Radio Taiso. And for nearly 100 years, millions of people, from schoolchildren to 90-year-old great-grandmothers, have practiced this 3-minute routine to lubricate their joints and wake up their nervous systems. If you are over 50, stay with me. You are about to discover the blueprint for reclaiming your body. We are going to break down the 5 essential components of this ancient practice that will help you wake up stiffness-free, starting tomorrow morning. Before we unlock these secrets, do me a favor. In the comments below, write your name and where you are watching from. I want to see how global this community of wellness seekers truly is. Now, let's look at the top 5 movements derived from the Radio Taiso method, counting down from number 5. Number 5. The nervous system reset. Forget the alarm clock that jars you awake. And certainly forget checking your phone the moment you open your eyes. In the West, we start our day with cortisol, the stress hormone. We tense up before our feet even hit the floor. The first component of this routine is a specific type of rhythmic breathing combined with a gentle arm sweep. Western fitness ignores the breath, treating it as an afterthought. But in the East, breath is the bridge between the mind and the body. For this movement, you stand with your feet shoulder-width apart. As you inhale deeply through the nose, you sweep your arms up effectively, gathering energy. As you exhale through the mouth, you sweep them down, crossing them in front of your body. It is soft. It is fluid. Here is the science Western doctors are finally catching up on. A study published in the Harvard Health Review showed that this specific type of coordinated breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system. It tells your body, you are safe. It flushes out the cortisol that accumulated while you slept and oxygenates the blood before you ask your muscles to work. You are literally changing the chemical composition of your blood. When you do this, you won't just feel awake, you will feel a sense of calm clarity. The brain fog lifts. Tip: do this the very moment you get out of bed. Do not wait. Make it the signal to your body that the day has begun. Number 4. The vertebral decompression. Forget gravity. Or rather, stop letting gravity win. From the moment we stand up, gravity is compressing our spine, squashing the discs between our vertebrae. This is why we literally shrink as we age. Western exercise often makes this worse with high-impact running or heavy lifting that compresses the spine further. The Radio Taiso secret here is the vertical elongation. In this movement, you clasp your hands and reach directly upward, but, and this is the key, you do it with a gentle, rhythmic pulse. You aren't just stretching, you are reaching for the sky, lifting the rib cage away from the hips. Why does this work? It's about the synovial fluid. Think of synovial fluid as the oil in your car's engine. When you sleep, this fluid settles. Your joints become dry and creaky. That is why you feel stiff in the morning. According to research from the Mayo Clinic regarding joint health, gentle, non-load-bearing motion is the only way to pump this fluid back into the cartilage. You are essentially greasing your own gears. By reaching up and pulsing, you are creating space between the vertebrae. You are allowing hydration to return to the spinal discs. The result? You will feel lighter. You will walk taller. You will notice that the nagging ache in your lower back begins to fade because you have stopped the compression. Tip: keep your feet planted firmly. Imagine you are a tree, roots going down, branches reaching up. This opposition creates the traction your spine is craving. Number 3. The scapular release. Forget push-ups. Forget the bench press. Those are exercises for vanity, not for longevity. One of the biggest epidemics in the modern world is what doctors are calling kyphosis, or the dowager's hump. We spend our lives hunched over screens, steering wheels, and dinner tables. Our shoulders roll forward, our chest collapses, and our heart is literally caged in. This movement is the antidote. In the radio Taiso sequence, this is the chest opener. You swing your arms wide open, effectively trying to touch your shoulder blades together behind your back. It's a dynamic, swinging motion. You are not holding a static stretch. You are using momentum to gently pry the chest open. Here is the medical truth. When your posture collapses forward, you reduce your lung capacity by up to 30%. You are starving your brain of oxygen. A study from the University of Tokyo found that improving thoracic mobility, the upper back, is directly linked to improved cognitive function in seniors. By actively retracting the scapula, the shoulder blades, you are strengthening the weak muscles of the upper back and stretching the tight muscles of the chest. You will feel an immediate rush of warmth to the shoulders. You will notice that taking a deep breath feels easier, deeper, and more satisfying. You are opening the cage so your heart and lungs can work properly. Tip: keep your chin tucked slightly. Don't crane your neck forward. The movement should come from the shoulders, not the neck. Number 2. The digestive twist. Forget crunches. Forget sit-ups. If you are over 50, those exercises can be brutal on your lumbar spine. But we still need to work the core. Why? Not for a six-pack, but for our internal organs. This movement is the torso rotation. With your arms swinging loosely at your sides, you gently twist your upper body to the left and right, letting your arms wrap around your waist like empty coat sleeves. You look over your shoulder with each twist. This is ancient wisdom meeting modern biology. In Eastern medicine, this is known as wringing out the toxins. Western science calls it aiding peristalsis. Your digestive system relies on movement to process food. Stiffness in the midsection leads to stagnation in the gut. Furthermore, this rotation lubricates the thoracic spine. Most back injuries happen because we lose the ability to twist. We try to reach for a seatbelt or grab a bag of groceries, and snap, something goes. By practicing this gentle rotation every morning, you are maintaining the structural integrity of the spine. You are keeping the collagen fibers in your back flexible and resilient. The result is a feeling of looseness in the mid-back that most people haven't felt since their 30s. It improves digestion and elimination, which is critical for senior health. Tip: let your hips move with you. Do not lock your knees. The power comes from the fluidity, not the force. Number 1. The lymphatic bounce. This is the most critical movement of all, and it is the one Westerners almost never do. Forget jogging. Forget pounding the pavement, which destroys your knees and hips. The number 1 secret of the radio Taiso routine is the rhythmic bounce. This is a series of small, rhythmic hops, or for those with knee issues, rhythmic heel lifts. You simply lift your heels and drop them, or gently bounce on the balls of your feet, letting your whole body jiggle. Why is this the holy grail? It's about your lymphatic system. Your circulatory system has a pump, the heart. But your lymphatic system, which is the sewage system of your body responsible for removing waste and toxins, does not have a pump. It relies entirely on muscular contraction and gravity to move fluid. When you wake up puffy, with swollen fingers or ankles, that is a stagnant lymphatic system. A report from Stanford University highlighted that lymphatic stagnation is a primary driver of inflammation and autoimmune issues in older adults. This gentle bouncing motion acts as a pump. It forces the lymph fluid to circulate, clearing out the metabolic waste that accumulated overnight. It also stimulates the osteoblasts, the cells that build bone density. Yes, you can build stronger bones just by bouncing gently. You will feel a tingling sensation throughout your entire body. That is your circulation waking up. That is vitality. That is the feeling of being alive. Tip: if you have balance issues, hold onto the back of a sturdy chair. You do not need to leave the ground. Just lifting and dropping your heels firmly is enough to generate the vibration your body needs. You see, getting older does not mean you have to be stiff. It does not mean you have to live with pain. The narrative that we must decline is a story told by a society that has forgotten how to move. You are not behind. You are just getting started. However, I must give you the sage warning. Pain is not progress. If any of these movements cause you sharp pain, stop immediately. Listen to the wisdom of your own body. Consult with your doctor before starting any new routine, especially if you have a history of falls or surgery. We are not trying to fight aging. Fighting is exhausting. We are learning to flow with it. We are shifting from the Western mindset of punishing the body to the Eastern mindset of cultivating the body. It's not a workout. It is a return to being human. So, I have a question for you. Which of these 5 movements does your body crave the most right now? Is it the breath? The stretch? The bounce? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one. Until next time, keep moving, stay gentle, and live well.